What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to showcase where to get the GodBreaker armor. So if you go to the map room right here, we have to go to this obelisk right here, this light blue turquoise looking color. And now I'm going to cut it to when we're at the area. Here we are at the area, and I did change it to noon. But if we look at the map right here, we are at 78C. So that is where this is at. But before you click off of this video, I will showcase exactly specifically where the GodBreaker armor is in the specific room. So we see that there's a bunch of skeletons right here and also up there, because you're gonna have to fight them. So I highly recommend a T4 thrall, a either high level T4 thrall or a max level T4 thrall, because there is a lot of enemies, not just outside right here but also inside, as you're gonna about to see right now. This is what it looks like in the inside. And so we already see skeletons right here, and there's also one right here standing in the middle. Well, this skeleton right here is a boss, but what is it, 1 skull or 2 skull? We look onto him, 3 skull. But there is an option to run past him, but you are gonna get damaged when you run past that boss, because there are some skeletons that have bow and arrows. So you see right here, there's this weird thing right here with these, and then there's these rooms that has these statues. There's one right here, the other one, and that one right there. All of them each individually color coded. So we're gonna go inside this one, this purple like room first. And if we go in here, oh yeah, and also by the way, you also need these, the intersection key and the key to arena. You need these 2 keys in order to get the GodBreaker armor. But I'm going to showcase this one here first, the intersection key, how to get this one. So you see there's these skeletons right here, but these skeletons are a bit special than the ones that we've run past. The reason why is because these ones right here do not get hit stun at all. They do not. So be careful about those skeletons there. But these ones right here, these ones, the normal ones, do get hit stunned. But if we go right here to this door, there is a boss. These bosses do not get hit stunned. But if we lock onto him, he has 1 skull. You have to defeat this boss. Yes, it's a have to. Because once you defeat him, he'll drop a statue. You need this statue in order to get what's called a key fragment. You need 3 key fragments in total. And how do you get this key fragment? If we go right here to this area, you have to find a specific socket, because if I go, let's say press this, you trigger a trap, has a bleeding effect, but they do stack up, but they don't last very long though. But you're gonna have to figure out where does that statue fit. And so now we're gonna go to this red one right here, and if we open this door, there's also skeletons right there, and as well as there too. So again, make sure you be prepared to go in here, and also make sure you bring a water skin, because your character will get thirsty throughout the entire trip. And then now we see this boss that has a different weapon, but he has 1 skull as well. This one does not get hit stun, and you also have to defeat him in order to get the statue. And I put the statue in those sockets like I've showed, and then you'll get another key fragments. There are 3 in total. And so now we're gonna go to the final room here, so that way all of you, if you're either just watching this so you know like exactly what to expect, or you're walking through this with me as we continue to explore this, you see that there's a line of skeletons. Now these you could try to run past, but here's like a little warning though. Even if you run past them and you go into this room, there are 2 additional skeletons right here with this boss that has the 2-handed sword. And this one is a 1 skull too. So if you decide to run past those skeletons and go in here, well, you're gonna have to fight all of them all at once. So you're gonna have to decide, okay, do I want to fight these 2 skeletons and this boss separately from those, or do you just want to fight them all together all at once? It's your decision to decide. But after you defeat that boss and get the 3rd statue, if you're doing it in the exact same order that I'm doing it, and then you put it in the socket, then you'll get 3 key fragments, and then it'll automatically turn into the inner sanctum key. And once you get this key, you're gonna have to go through this door right here. But be careful though, do not get mixed up with this door and this one right here. That is the entrance, and this is where the next area to go. You could tell the difference because there is like this little gap right there, and this one does not have a gap at all whatsoever. So if we enter through here, you're gonna have to be careful of those spikes, because those spikes do a lot of damage to you. These skeletons right here, you could fight them if you want, or you could just run past them. It doesn't really matter. But also, you're gonna have to be careful with these traps right here, because if you go run to that, there's an explosion. So watch out with those, because there's a lot of traps, as you can see right here. But you need to go to this area right here, and if you want to try to avoid it, because right here it shows that there's like just traps and all of that. So what you're gonna have to do is, this is what I do. You're gonna have to go right here, jump, and try not to get hit by that. But then now you're gonna have to fight this skeleton right here, which is also 3 skulls. But once you fight him, he's gonna drop the key to the arena. There's not gonna be no key fragments with this one. It's just gonna be straight the key to the arena. And so once you get that, you're gonna have to run back all the way over here. I jumped through this area right here. There's like a 50-50 chance you may or may not get hit by those traps. You're gonna have to go through this door, which again, you could run past those skeletons. But once you enter through this door, go through like right here, and then now you see that there's this boss right here, this thrall standing right here, just having her arms crossed, which is called the Arena Champion. And if we lock on, she has 1 skull. But do not let that fool you, not at all. Why? Because you're about to see a gameplay right now of me and my thrall. My thrall is wearing GodBreaker armor with master armor plating and the sword of Crom, which has master weapon fitting. Because if you haven't watched my video, that's going to be up somewhere on the screen right now for you to click on, of which is the best armor and the best weapon in the entire game. And yeah, that Arena Champion does a lot of damage, a lot. So make sure you be extra prepared to fight the Arena Champion. But once we go to this blue tablet, you could go to this and it'll give you the Arena's Champion armor. If you want that, if you want. But you could have 2 options. You could either fight the Arena Champion, or you could just go run past her and try to just avoid her as best as possible while she's chasing you through this ice looking cave right here. Because what the Arena Champion and the boss that I'm going to show you upcoming is, they're going to drop this item, which is called the armor scraps. And that is an ingredient that you need in order to make the GodBreaker armor. But if you run past here, you can see that there's spiders right here. Again, you could avoid them as long as you don't run out of stamina. You could just keep on running. The reason why my stamina is not decreasing at all, or these enemies that are ignoring me, is because I have admin panel on and I have the cloak, demigod, god, no spraying cost at all. So that way I could show you all exactly what direction that you need to go to in order to get the GodBreaker armor, the recipe for that. So you have to go to this door that looks like this. And now you see that there's this green force field. If we go into this, there's a red force field and you cannot go back. But all the enemies, all those spiders that you saw that was chasing you, they cannot enter in here once you enter here. But again, you cannot go back at all. But you see this other boss right here. This is the War Maker boss, and if we lock onto him, he has 3 skulls. But this one, in my opinion, is much easier than the Arena Champion. That is my opinion. But once you defeat him, he'll drop armor scraps and occasionally the weapon that he's holding right there, or another 2-handed sword weapon. But those weapons, in my opinion, they are useless because they will give you corruption. Half of your health will be corrupt when you hold the weapon. And if you give it to a thrall, they will do no damage at all to enemies. None. 0. So I think they are useless. But anyways, there's this red tablet right here, and there's this green tablet. You have to go to this red one so you could get the GodBreaker armor. But what does this green tablet do? Well, this green tablet, you'll get the Warmaker weapons. So whether you want to make it or not, want to get that recipe or not, is up to you. But now I'm going to show you exactly how to get out of this now once you get the recipe, once you defeat one of the 2 bosses or both of them. So you go through this right here, and you'll see that there's a door. Same one that you entered when you got here. And now all you need to do is enter this door. But by the time you either defeat the arena champion or the Warmaker boss, these skeletons might spawn. There's a chance. But again, like after you fight one of those 2 bosses or both of them, you could just go run past them and be like, oh nah, I don't want to fight them. I already fought those 2 bosses and they were like pretty tough. Nah, I don't want to go deal with any more of those. So all you have to do is just go up here, and that is basically it. Once I enter this door right here, that is it. That's how you enter, find the GodBreaker armor, and then also exit. And now I'm going to show you what the GodBreaker armor looks like. This is what the GodBreaker armor here looks like. And yes, I am outside, so that way you could look at the design clearly of what it looks like. So in tomorrow's video, I am going to do a differences between GodBreaker armor, and there's another version of this one which is called the chilled GodBreaker armor. What are the difference between the 2 and all of that. So anyways guys, that's gonna be all for today. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, also turn on notifications so you could get notified on new videos here on this channel. So anyways, peace.